on. We are back with the roundtable. We've got an awesome topic today. Before we get going, Templar, can you show off the candle that you lit right before we started going today?
Sure, be happy to.
It does say, I don't know if it's going to focus. You need to do the Instagram influencer thing behind your hand.
Do I have to do the hand thing?
I don't think it's going to work. No, you have to put it in front of your face. Whatever. It's tobacco and leather.
Tobacco and leather.
He has a tobacco and leather candle that is being lit because today, ladies and gentlemen, nobody asked for it, but we wanted to bring it to you. The GOAT of action stars. We are going to definitively figure out who the greatest action star is of all time in a series that I think we're going to start calling Roundtable GOATs. I mean, that's probably pretty a stupid name. We should probably workshop that a little bit, I think. We'll figure it out.
It should be knights, right? Shouldn't it be knights since it's the round table? It shouldn't be who's the knights? I don't know. We'll have to who's I guess King Arthur would be a little weird. But
Lancelot.
Yeah, we'll workshop it, but we'll come up with something.
Hot take: Lancelot doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, but he got up to some shenanigans though, didn't he? I mean, wasn't he
Yeah, that's what I mean. He didn't get enough credit. Arthur was like the King David, and then Lancelot was kind of like the...
Lancelot was also kind of King David in terms of what he got up to.
Hey, I'm not gonna... There might have been some Bathsheba things happening there, and we just do not talk about that. Guinevere, let's say her heart was not in the most holy of places. I don't blame her. I think Lancelot was probably a cutie. We're not here to discuss King Arthur though. Did you ever watch the King Arthur reboot with Keira Knightley and Clive Owen?
Oh, the one where they said it during the Roman time. Yeah, I did. It's been a minute. That was 04, 05, but I did see it.
Yeah,
I remember it was fine at the time.
Yeah, I remember watching it a couple times and they put Guinevere as some weird druid. Was it Guinevere as a druid or was it
Yeah, I think so. She was a pick or something, right?
Yeah.
From northern past Hadrian's Wall or something.
Yeah. And I remember Lancelot had a bird, a raven. That would attack people, which I thought was pretty cool. I don't know. That was a decent movie. I'd go back and watch it again. Clive Owen, however, is not on the list that we're going to be presenting to you today.
Sadly.
Is it? I can't really think of much that Clive Owen has done in the genre of what we're talking about, because we're talking about just straight up hardcore action stars. We're jumping into... there's a list. And we typically, if you've never been with the Roundtable before, particularly on a very popular running segment on twitch.tv/LuxDigitalChurch called Chillin' with Chino, I like to do tier lists. They're fun and they generate a lot of content and generate a lot of conversation. Most of the time I'm 100% right. Sometimes I'm a little bit wrong, but most of the time I'm 100% right. And that's just a proven popular fact. And I rate things as such: S, A, B, C in descending order. S being the best, but being the worst. And the interesting thing is that now we're adding this thing up top called the GOAT tier. GOAT is S++. It is the greatest of all time. Now, Templar,
we're not going to have multiple GOATs. We're not going to do that. Good. We're going to have one, because that conversation happens all the time, and now people just throw around this term like they're the GOATs. That's not how that works.
There's one.
If you just want to say these are the best, then that's fine. But if you're just going to say someone's the GOAT, then it's one person, the greatest of all time. That's it. And
when I say the GOAT of basketball, you say...
Don't do that to me. I don't know. Michael Jordan, right?
Michael Jordan.
LeBron. I don't know.
Not LeBron. Oh no! You see, now you stepped in it. Stephen A. Smith is going to come yell at you. When I say the GOAT of hockey, you say
Gretzky.
Obviously. Absolutely. We know what we're doing. When I say the GOAT of video games, you say
Faker.
I mean, yeah, okay, cool. We just hit all the algorithm. So I think for this, we start at the bottom and work our way up. What do you think?
We got the big names at the top here. And also, before we start, So Clive Owen shouldn't be on this list.
No.
However, looking at his filmography here, Bourne Identity, where he played like another assassin guy.
True.
Good action movie. King
True.
Arthur, fantasy-ish historical action movie.
Uh-huh.
Sin City, hyper stylized action movie.
Uh-huh.
Inside Man, kind of mild action. Children of Men, not really known, but like again, sci-fi dystopian action. Like there's a good amount of action in that. Shoot 'Em Up, which is like a crazy over-the-top action movie.
True.
At the international, I haven't seen Killer Elite, which is like an assassin movie, which I think I did see, but I don't remember. Last Night, Anon, I don't know what that is, and then Gemini Man, which was that bad one with Will Smith. But like those are all action movies or fantasy action / action movies. So like, should he be on this list? No. But like, man's been in a lot of action movies, surprisingly.
More than I had. More than
I had to look up the filmography to see, but I mean, not his total filmography, but like partial. And he's been in a lot of.
He was also in the Pink Panther.
Oh, shout out!
Yeah, why not? And Second Sight. I don't know what Second Sight is. I don't know. Clive Owen is like he's a B tier English actor. If you ask me, he's B tier.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jason Statham's S, and then A is like your. Colin Firth.
Who is not on this list, by the way.
No.
He is definitely not. All right, let's start at the bottom then. We have Angelina Jolie. SABC. I'm going to leave GOAT at the hidden right now, so we can't really see it.
I don't think she's in contention for that anyway.
No.
Although fairly strong, though, I will say. I mean, just off the dome, she has the 2 Lara Croft movies, which aren't great, but have a decent amount of action in them. Salt, which is I contend a good action movie, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Mm-hmm. Gone in 60 Seconds.
Gone in 60 Seconds, which is fun. Sky Captain. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Beowulf. Wanted.
Kung Fu Panda.
Which I kind of defend Wanted. I know some people aren't into it, but I didn't mind it. The Tourist, which is I think more of a romantic movie, but there is some action in that.
Right.
It might be it for action stuff. There might be a couple things that have like vague connections to action, but those are the big ones. But that's not bad. Like, no. I mean, they're not all the greatest movies, but like that's a decent action movie resume.
We can't put everything at B. Let's put it that way. B is like middle of the road.
Right. So what's the dividing line then? Like how many they're in, how iconic they're in? Like what's your approach to Angelina here? Because that's not a bad list. Like looking at it, I like Gone in 60 Seconds. I don't really remember those old Lara Croft movies, but I remember them being kind of fun, if anything.
I'm gonna go.
Sky Captain was okay. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is good. I like Wanted. Salt is I defend Salt. I think that's a good movie. And then the rest I haven't seen, but that's not bad.
Here's how I'm gonna let you do some of the like you're gonna be able to go through the movies. I'm gonna go on vibes. That's how I'm gonna base everything. It's just vibes.
Okay. Sure.
My vibe is that Angelina Jolie is not known for action. She is known for other things. So I would put her at C tier. Definitely not butt tier, because there are some good movies there.
No,
but I would put her at a C tier action movie star. Personally.
Sure. As an action star, which I guess is the list. Sure. That's fair. I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, it's not her as an actress. Remember, this is them as action stars. Because like there are some very good actors on this list, like Keanu. I don't picture Keanu as an action star.
I do. We're gonna fight about that. Okay. We'll have there's a discussion to be had about Keanu.
That's fine. Like, okay, Harrison Ford. He's not an action star.
That I agree. We're not there yet, though. We got our boy first.
I'm just saying, like he would probably be a C tier action star. A tier actor, but C tier action star.
We'll get there.
All right. How about Chris Hemsworth then?
Everyone's second favorite Chris? Where's he in the Chris's?
I think he's probably the favorite Chris.
What's the Chris tier? Is it Hemsworth?
It's got to be Chris.
I've always been kind of partial to Pine myself.
What about Hemsworth's though? because there's Chris and Liam, and then the other one, the one from
sure,
Westworld.
But just Chris's though. So we got Pine, we got Pratt, we got Hemsworth, and we got Captain America, Chris Evans. So
I'm a Pine.
I mean, I think I like Pine. I think Pratt probably would have been 2 for a long time, although I feel like Pratt has
Jurassic World kind of did him in.
I don't mind the first Jurassic World movie. I really don't. I know people hate on it, and it's not Jurassic Park. It's not Jurassic Park, but I think the first one's fine. Yeah, he was just in everything for a while, and I think people are a little bit like he was like Pedro Pascal. I think is kind of going through what Chris Pratt kind of went through. Like he was sort of in everything, and it's like anyway. Yeah, Hemsworth is probably a safe. I mean, Chris Evans is fine. Probably a safe. I rewatched Sunshine like a couple days ago, and he's really good in that too. Yeah. 2, 3. I might prefer. Yeah, maybe he's probably a safe 2.
Yeah, easy.
Anyway, we'll do a Chris tier ranking next week.
Oh, that's good.
So Chris Hemsworth. Again, he's done more than I remember. Red Dawn, you remember that? The remake of the
Wolverines.
You remember that, Gem?
Wolverines. 12 Strong. Extraction.
Right, I've never seen. I think mainly you're basing this off of, like, because military stuff, I know that's kind of action. I'm not counting MCU stuff, because to me, that's not. To me, Thor's not an action movie. It's like, yes, they have action in them, but, like, I don't know. To me, it's just superhero stuff is kind of its own thing, unless you're like the Punisher, and then like, okay, I'll consider it like an action movie.
Sure, that's like a snuff film, though.
Sure. So to me, you're basically basing this off of like Red Dawn, maybe Black Hat that had some action in it, and then like Extraction, the 2 Extraction movies.
Yeah.
So like, where does that get him? C, probably.
Probably C tier.
Like Black Hat was bad. The first Extraction is good. I liked it anyway. I didn't see the second one, but the first Extraction, as far as just like straight ahead, pretty like gritty ground level action movies go, like was pretty well executed, I thought. So probably C. I don't think it's borderline, but in the sense that a lot of these movies are not good.
Yes. But remember, we're going off vibe. I'm going off vibes of the actor. I'm not.
The vibes of Extraction were good. I thought he sold it.
Yes,
so
I agree.
That's like a C tier for me.
I'm gonna go solid C, and we can later on reorder these.
We can go through it again. Yeah.
All right, Scott Adkins. Probably not the most well-known actor on this list, but I will say he did have a couple of bangers.
B tier action movie specialist, B/C/D, like, but his upper reach. I mean, he was in John Wick 4, and that's like, oh wow, like you were in a movie I've heard about. Yes. Like for Scott Adkins, and no offense to Scott Adkins, because he's very good with his martial arts stuff, and like, but like he's not like his biggest movies are like Ip Man 4, The Expendables 2.
That's right, he was in Expendables.
And Undisputed 2. Okay.
Did you know they made they made 3 Jarheads?
One was more than enough for me.
He was in Zero Dark 30.
I don't know what that is.
Zero Dark 30 was the
he's in Zero Dark 30. Sorry, I didn't hear the. Oh, okay. I've actually never seen that, but that's not really an action movie, is it?
No. It's like a suspense.
That's like isn't a couple action scenes, and that's like 95% like Jessica Chastain being like
correct
mean to people, right?
Correct. Yes.
So he was in John Wick 4 as the French guy. He was in Ip Man 4. Expendables 2. He had a small part in the Bourne Ultimatum, so I mean, good for him. I don't know. Like, it's tough because it's hard to put him there because his like action chops are pretty good in terms of, but the movies just generally are pretty bad, and he's made so many of them. Like, this is his niche. Like, we're gonna come up. There's someone else on this list who's basically, to me, in a very similar vein here.
Yes,
as Scott Adkins, and like, it's just, I think he's good, but we have to put something at the bottom, and I think unfortunately he's gonna end up here just because the average quality of his films. Oh, never mind. It's not coming up. It's literally right now. Michael J. White is kind of the same thing, very similar.
Yep.
Like
Yes, I would. The only thing I would say about Scott Adkins is that he looks like a Steven Seagal regen, and I think that gets him kind of far. I mean,
oh man, you don't have to do Scott Adkins like that. We'll get to Steven Seagal.
I mean, we're gonna get to Steven Seagal pretty quickly.
He's coming up. He's right here.
All right, what about Michael Jai White?
I just see him in the same, like, he's been in a couple better movies, maybe. Maybe has he? I'm looking over. Maybe he has. I mean, he was in The Dark Knight, which I don't know if I'm going to count that as an action movie for him, because he plays like a gangster and he has no action in it. So right. I don't know how much I'm going to count that. And then it's just a bunch of stuff. Like, he was in one of the Never Back Down sequels. Oh, he directed it too. Hey, good for you, buddy. Oh, wow. Yeah, he's in a couple of the Never Back Down sequels. Good. Blood and Bone, which I saw, and that was okay. That was like a B tier action, like sort of street fighting movie or something. That was all right. And then Spawn, right? Like, which was not good.
Spawn?
Yeah, isn't he? Wasn't he?
I don't know, but he was in Universal Soldier.
One of the sequels. Was he in the original one?
The original one, yeah, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, the original one's not a bad movie.
That's debatable.
Well, it was a fun movie at the time.
Yes.
I'll say that. It's been a minute since I've seen it, but
yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think unfortunately, like, he's maybe been in a couple better films, but I think he's just kind of in the same thing. He's just done a lot of like straight to DVD, straight to streaming stuff. Again, like, as performers, they're not the widest ranging actors, but like they do action really well. Like, in terms of all the physical stuff, and the fighting is usually really well done. But like, the movies are just, and in terms of like iconic and like vibes that you're saying, like, there aren't really vibes, because the movies, like, hardly anyone has seen a lot of them. Like, most people would know him from The Dark Knight, probably just to see him. And where he plays like a gangster who gets killed and doesn't do anything really. So like, you don't see him and think like action star. I don't think.
Right. Again, the vibes are you a star? Are you the one that is like either carrying this movie, or you're like the action piece of this movie? And he's not. He's the red shirt Star Trek guy who's always getting killed off at the first.
Yeah, and in the movies he's leading, people just don't watch them. Like, Blood and Bone, he's the main guy in it, and that movie's okay. But, you know. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Now the GOAT conversation can truly start.
Are you sure? Let's talk about it.
I am sure that I was being sarcastic, and there's no way. He has one good movie, right? He is Under Siege, which is good. You going to give him a couple other ones? To me, he has one really good action movie, which Under Siege is good.
It is. I think Above the Law is not bad.
Yeah, and then he's got a couple that are like, if we're counting Under Siege as like a home run, which I don't know if we should count it that high, but let's just use it for the metaphor. He's got some doubles. Like, he's got some stuff that's like, okay. And then he's in Executive Decision, which is a pretty good movie, but he's just there and then he dies. He gets killed off. Like, he's not in that movie, really. Like, that's Kurt Russell's movie, I think. Kurt Russell, right? And then he's just maybe of all of them has done the most just like direct to streaming, direct to... although Scott, even more maybe than Scott Adkins and Michael Jai White at this point, he just does like E-tier garbage... the dregs of action stuff. Yeah, just stuff to get a paycheck. Yeah. So like stuff, so Above the Law, okay. Hard to Kill, Marked for Death, Out for Justice, all these ones that have the same title essentially. Okay. Those were actually before Under Siege. All right. I didn't realize that. Executive Decision, which if you want to give them credit for that. And then it's the Under Siege movies. The first one is, I think, genuinely a good action movie, and then the second one is kind of schlocky fun, like where it's on a train, or whatever.
It is, yes, it is.
And wasn't he in a movie with DMX? Which movie was that?
Yeah, that was DMX.
Is that hard to keep? Exit Wounds.
Yes.
Right.
They also collaborated on the film Beyond the Law and then DMX sadly passed. Rip. Rest in peace, King.
Yeah, shut up, DMX. Yeah, I don't know. To me, he has to be butt. Like, to me, he's probably below these other two guys because, like, yeah, he has one or a couple, like, decent ones, and then I think one genuinely good action movie. But, like, I'd rather watch Scott Adkins or Michael J. White than 90% of Steven Seagal movies.
Here's my only rebuttal is that Steven Seagal and probably one other person on this list, Chuck Norris, carry with them the mystique of pop culture, particularly shows like Family Guy, bringing them on to, you know, be the token roughhousers, the token beat ups, the token like dudes. Sure. And so like they when I could go ask my kids right now, hey, what do you know of Steven Seagal? And they'll be like, well, he does martial arts and he can kick people in the face. They don't really know of him as an action star, which I agree puts him in butt tier in the action star debate. But I think in the overall American / Western view, he's probably up there. Like if you ask somebody on the road, hey, what do you think of Steven Seagal? Oh man, that guy's like a huge action star. When in reality, he had 2 movies, 3 movies, something like that. So that's my only rebuttal. I still think he belongs in butt tier. We can move to Vin Diesel, but we can reorder later if we need to.
I mean, Vin Diesel, like I'm looking at, so I guess you have, okay. So there's actually more. Yeah, I wasn't giving. So he has 3 franchises that you're leaning on for this, right? So you have the Riddick franchise, the Riddick movies. You have the Triple X movies, lest we forget. And then you have Fast and Furious. So how much credit are you giving him for those 3? I mean, and to be fair, that's been probably the bulk of his credits, like, because he hasn't done like A Man Apart. Like I saw that, but I barely remember that. And then, he did Babylon ADO. Remember that? Ooh, I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah. Same for Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, he's in that. He's in the squad. I'm not giving him credit for Saving Private Ryan.
Spoiler, he dies.
And to be fair, he's good in it. Caparzo. He's good in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
And the scene where he dies is very effective.
Yes, it is.
But I'm not going to give him a ton of credit for Saving Private Ryan. And again, war movies, like especially like Saving Private Ryan,
ensembles.
Yeah, it's ensemble, and even considering like calling it an action movie, like there's a lot of violence in it. There's
a lot of action.
Yeah, but so Riddick's good. To me, I like the Riddick movies. Yeah, I'll stand for the Riddick movies. I think they're solid, especially Pitch Black. I think is really great.
Yes.
The Chronicles of Riddick is like weird enough that it's like pretty interesting. It's
video
like
game was good.
It's like a totally strange. Oh, that's right. The video game was good.
Yeah.
And then the third Riddick movie was kind of Pitch Black again, sort of, and it was like fine. It was good.
Yeah.
He also did Bloodshot, which I never saw. He's like an android in that or something.
Yes, he is.
Something, or he has like nanobots or something. Anyway. And then the Fast and the Furious movies, I think, are fun and have become basically just action movies and or superhero movies. And I think they're fun for the most part. I don't know. I think he might be like a B.
I agree. Hold on.
I would argue for him in like B tier because I think Riddick is strong. The Triple X movies are very of their time.
Vin Diesel's worth $225 million.
Well, he's a producer on Fast and Furious, so he makes a lot of money off those movies now.
That's true.
I think he's like a B tier.
I agree.
I think there's enough there, and if we're talking star in those movies, he's the star. Like
in the latest couple of Fast movies, he's not the big star. It was The Rock until The Rock left.
In Riddick, it's him.
Right.
In Triple X, it's him.
Right.
And in a lot of the Fast and Furious movies, maybe until the most recent ones, it's him. So
B tier.
I would say like a B. Yeah.
All right. What about Will Smith? You laugh, but he has some decent action movies.
I'm not laughing because of my consideration of his filmography. I'm laughing for entirely separate reasons concerning his personal life.
Yes.
This was funny. We were shout out Zeph in the Discord.
Yeah.
We were talking about this yesterday, and she did her own tier list.
Yes.
And she had Mr. Will Smith at the absolute bottom of that tier list.
Yes, she did.
Absolute last possible spot on that list.
Yes.
Not a big fan is Zeph.
No.
All right. So Bad Boys, right? The Bad Boys
1,
movies.
2, and 3.
and 4. Did they do another one?
Maybe.
I didn't see the newest ones, but 1 and 2 are very good. Okay. Independence Day, iconic. Men in Black, which is like a comedy, but like Men in Black has got some good action in it.
Hancock.
I'm not going to give him a ton of credit for Hancock, but like, okay. Enemy of the State, conspiracy movie.
Yep.
Wild Wild West, which I think is fun.
It is.
I think that movie is real fun.
Yeah.
Men in Black 2, Bad Boys 2, I, Robot, which I kind of stick up for as like a pretty solid sci-fi action thing. Like you don't have to think about it too hard, but it's not bad.
No.
I Am Legend, for a decent amount of action in that. Men in Black.
I would put
Suicide Squad, lest we forget.
On vibes, I would put him as B tier.
Yeah, I don't know if I could get him to A.
No. No.
But yeah, I think so. I think B tier is pretty safe.
I think
he's got enough. I mean, just between Men in Black, and the Bad Boys movies and like Independence Day, I think he's got enough sort of credit from that he should be in B probably.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is our first big one where we're going to have to take a pause. Because The Rock, if you look at his overall,
has certainly leaned action movies.
Well, has, of varying degrees.
Sure.
But I think in the last 10 years or so has really leaned into, hey, I'm big and strong and I look good shooting guns. My hot take is that The Rock is an A tier.
Oh.
Let's go through it.
Just on vibes?
On vibes?
This is vibes. Because on movie quality, no.
No. But on vibes, so...
On vibes?
Central Intelligence. It's fine. It was
I saw it. It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
San Andreas, definitely action. Like, the most action.
Yeah.
Rampage?
Was fine.
Fine.
Was pretty fun, actually. I had some fun. I played that game, and I had some fun with that movie.
Yes. Skyscraper, bad.
I saw that. I've seen all of these apparently, and fun.
Red Notice, him and Ryan Reynolds, fine.
That was bad, but
yeah.
Definitely action movie. Yeah.
Yep. Let's Go Fast. He was in like the last 3 or 4 Fast movies.
A few of the Fast movies. Yeah.
Yep. Hercules, I never saw. Pain and Gain, I never saw. G.I. Joe, I think he was in. How many G.I. Joes was he in?
The second one, I think. Right.
Just the second one? Definitely action. Faster, never saw. Red One, I did not see.
Faster is an interesting movie. Like, he's actually... That's a pretty stripped down, because that movie's like 80 to 90 minutes or something, and it's just like a guy basically doing a revenge tour. Like, Billy Bob Thornton is in it, and like... That's actually not a bad movie. That's like a kind of an interesting movie. Honestly, can I get him to A tier? I mean, he certainly leaned action, and
Empire State, Doom. He was in Doom. Black Adam. I mean, technically, it's Walking Tall. I forgot about Walking Tall.
Yeah, that was early The Rock. There was this early The Rock, and then like he kind of tried to slim down. It seemed like, and then he just accepted that he's like gigantic, and then like he's just been the biggest guy for a long time.
Yep. Snitch.
That one I remember.
I do too. I don't remember Journey.
Not really much of an action movie. The Mummy Returns, of course.
Yeah. Fate of the Furious. That's another Fast movie. San Andreas.
Get him to an A. Okay, we can put him in A. We might have to revisit it just in the interest of time, because we still got people to go through. And
Hobbs and Shaw, bro. Come on. It's just a Fast spinoff.
Okay, we can put him in A. We might have to reevaluate it. I haven't seen any Chow Yun-Fat movies, so I kind of can't evaluate where I would put him.
You've seen one. We talked about it last night.
I haven't seen that movie. I just know he's in it.
Crouching Tiger?
I've never watched all of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I've seen parts of it. I've seen like the fight with the wires. But I've seen that.
Dragon Ball Evolution?
Oh, okay. Well, I stand corrected. Although I don't know if that's helping him, if that's the one Chow Yun-Fat movie I've seen.
It's a bad movie. Curse of the Golden Flower, I've seen a couple of these. He's been
like, I
kind of
haven't
hidden.
seen some of his real action, like John Woo, like Hard Boiled, and the like Hong Kong action movies.
Yeah.
That he was kind of known for. I haven't seen. So it's kind of hard for me to even rate him because I just don't like. I haven't seen the movies that would be in consideration for this. So.
Let's leave him here then. I don't want to put somebody on a list that we don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to put him at the bottom just because I haven't seen his movie. So we'll just skip to Tony Jaa. So Tony Jaa, I've seen the Ong Bak movies. So like, how much credit are we giving him for the Ong Bak movies? I'm sure he's done more than that, but that's what I've seen of him. And Ong Bak 1 was like a big movie for me at the time. Like, I really liked Ong Bak 1. Oh, he was in like Fast 7 or something. It's like a villain, I think.
Apparently,
like
he was in Triple X.
7. Okay, so he's been around. I guess Vin Diesel has brought him in for some stuff. He was in the Expendables.
Right. He was in Mortal Kombat.
Annihilation, good, the good one. Yeah,
the only good one. Did you see, by the way, have you seen the casting for the new Street Fighter movie?
No.
Oh, hold on. We're gonna take a little spin. Street Fighter movie 2026 casting. It's nuts, dude.
Alan Richmond makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Andrew Koji as Ryu.
Okay, he's familiar. Yeah.
Andrew Centineo as Ken. Kalina Liang. I vaguely know who she is.
I don't know.
David Dastmalchian as M. Bison is hysterical to me. Because
are they gonna just like CG him a huge body or like being jacked? Because he's like a real. I like David Dastmalchian or Dastmalchian.
Yeah,
Dastmalchian. He's great.
Yeah, but he's oddball. You're watching Murderbot right now. He's just an oddball in Murderbot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Garathan. Yeah, that's right. He's Garathan in Murderbot. But yeah, he's great at playing like squirrely characters. Like, it's hard for me to see him as like an M. Bison, and I don't think he's very. Yeah, I imagine they're gonna have to do a lot of like
CG,
unless they completely change the design of the character, which I hope they don't. So, but that's cool. He's a great actor.
Cody Rhodes as Guile.
Rhodes.
Love it.
Sure, makes sense. Yeah.
Jason Momoa as Blanca. Love it.
Okay. Yeah.
50 Cent as Balrog. Also love it.
Makes sense. Yeah. Sure.
Orville Peck, the wrestler, as Street Fighter. Sure. Why not? Andrew Scholl as Dan. Roman Reigns as Akuma. I mean, we're getting it.
Is Andrew Schultz even I didn't know Andrew Schultz was even an actor.
Andrew Scholl? Yeah,
Andrew Schultz, the comedian there on the left, right? Is that him? Is that's
no, that's him. Yeah, that's him.
I didn't know he was even an actor. I just knew him as a stand-up comedian. He does a podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
sure.
And Roman Reigns as Akuma. Like, this is a nuts cast list, man.
So they're really leaning into wrestler or like to pro wrestlers and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
intrigued.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I mean, that is the right tone for a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
let it be silly.
Casting is the right tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to try and take it too serious.
No. All right, back to Tony Jaa. Sorry about that. I would put Tony Jaa. Monster Hunter was fine. I would put Tony Jaa as probably a C, if not a B tier.
Yeah, I was thinking probably C. I like Tony Jaa. And Ong Bak, like the first one, I think I watched a lot at the time. I thought was really good. Like all the Muay Thai stuff, or it's not actually Muay Thai. It's like some different type of Thai thing. Martial arts, not actually Muay Thai, but I forget what the differentiation is. Yeah, C probably. I haven't seen a decent chunk of them. I've only seen the Ong Bak movies, and so
sure.
Yeah.
All right, Iko. I can never pronounce Iko's last name, so
yeah, the guy from the Raid movies.
Yes, the guy from the Raid movies. Is it Uwe? He was in Snake Eyes. I didn't mind Snake Eyes. Of course, I'm a G.I. Joe fan, so it is what it is. And then the Raid. Mile 22, I don't know what that is. And Triple Threat, I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah, that's I forgot he was in that. That was a kind of a bad movie with Mark Wahlberg. Man of Tai Chi, that was another kind of bad movie with Keanu Reeves. I'm counting it from the Raid and the Raid Redemption and the Raid 2. And hot take, B tier with those two movies.
Whoa.
Like, the Raid was like a reset for action movies. So like that movie was so different and stood out so much when it came out in 2011. Like, and the action in that movie is awesome.
It is. I will agree.
the action's incredible. And the Raid 2, the action's also great in that one. Like, they really change up the formula, because the Raid is like a very stripped down, we're just in a high rise surviving in an apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the same as Dread, which I think was one of the things Dread got knocked for, was people were like, this is just the Raid, but in like but the Raid 2 is like a mobster movie. Like, the Raid 2 is like a mob story. Like, actually, it's like almost 3 hours, I think. Like, it's a really sprawling, like, movie. But it also has excellent action in it. So
it won a bunch of awards, too. Jeez.
Yeah, it's really good. The Raid 2 was also really good. I prefer the first one just because I like the stripped down simplicity of it. But yeah, hot take for just from those two movies, I would probably put him at B.
All right, I can go with that. How do you feel about Mr. Mel Gibson in Mad Max here? I'm gonna say butt tier as an action star.
But yeah, I mean, he was in the Lethal Weapon movies. Like, those are action movies, and those are like pretty
action comedy, right?
Sure, but so is Men in Black, and we gave Will Smith credit for Men in Black. Those are action comedies.
Hacksaw Ridge.
I think I can't go below. He directed Hacksaw Ridge. He's not in it.
The Patriot.
The Patriot, Braveheart.
Dude.
Again, that's historical action. I don't think you can put him in butt tier. Like, I get that as an individual he's not, but like, I don't know, man. He was in some good, like, Mad Max 2 is like consistently, I think, considered one of the better action movies that has been made. So like, the first Mad Max is not even really an action movie. It's barely an action movie, but the second one is great. Beyond Thunderdome is not, but that's fine. Then you have the 4 Lethal Weapon movies, which are action comedy, but they're action. Braveheart, Ransom, which is an action revenge, or no, which one's that? Payback. That's the action revenge one.
Yes.
Edge of Darkness, that wasn't bad. I saw that. We Were Soldiers. As far as war movies go, that is kind of an action movie. I don't hate it. It's an okay movie, but
Confidential Informant wasn't bad.
I think, if you don't want to, there's an argument for like B.
Yeah.
But like it's B or like C. Like, he's been in some good ones, and there's not that many. Like, later career, there's some like Get the Gringo and whatever. Although I actually heard that was like okay, but I think we can't put him that low, honestly.
That was my initial reaction was, this guy sucks. But yeah, you're right. After a rational look at it, he's a B tier.
Yeah.
Let's go to Mr. Harrison Ford then.
It's Indy, right? What else? What other action stuff does he have?
Patriot Games, Air Force One.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
He's got a lot, dude.
Oh, okay. Never mind. He actually has more than I would have thought.
Yeah,
that's true. I was forgetting all that. I'm not counting. Star Wars, I'm not considering.
No. Some of All Fears.
Raiders, Blade Runner's not an action movie.
No. Cowboys v Aliens.
Yeah, I remember that movie being kind of fun and how stupid it was.
Yeah, it was.
So it's Indiana Jones and then the Jack Ryan movies. So Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger.
Right.
The Fugitive is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Air Force One is really good.
Apocalypse Now? Is he in Apocalypse Now? No way.
No, I don't think so. K-19. Fireballs. Okay. It gets rough more recently.
Yeah,
after 2000, it's pretty rough. But
he got old. He got old, and he was living on that indie money.
He got old, yeah.
Expendables 3.
At least see, just for the Jack Ryan movies and like Air Force One and Raiders, or the indie movies, I feel like it kind of has to be. I don't think of him as an action star, obviously, based on how I reacted to that, but he's done a lot of action stuff, so I don't think of him as an action star, so I don't know how high I can really put him.
I would actually put him as a B tier.
Okay, yeah, I'm not mad about it. Like, a lot of his action movies are also good. A lot of these are good movies.
Yes.
Like, his hit rate for action, let's not count the later indie movies, but
everybody's got those.
the first three indies, Clear and Present Dangers are really good. Air Force One is a banger. Fugitive's a banger. Like, he's got a lot of really good movies in the action space. Even so, yeah, I'm not mad about it. Dolph Lundgren is probably like, but I'm sorry, like.
So Dolph Lundgren is
for movies where he's like the guy in it. I mean, he's in Rocky 4, but I'm not going to give him credit for like an action movie in Rocky 4.
No, he's not the main star of it anyway. Rocky is the star. So here's I think he's a butt tier actor. I think he's also a butt tier action star. Dolph Lundgren is the dude that you bring on. He's like when you're casting and you're like, we need tall blonde guy. Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, we need Nordic.
Yeah, we need muscles.
Guy.
Yeah, we need muscles. Dolph Lundgren, go get him. I don't think there's much else past that. All right. This might be controversial. Tom Cruise is an A tier.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tom Cruise is borderline S. Like, Tom Cruise is like, he's up there. I mean, all of the Mission Impossible movies. The worst one is number 2, which is a fun John Woo movie. We've talked about that.
Right.
Like, that's the worst one. So like, and that movie's fun. Right. And so like all the rest are like good movies. Now the first one's not really an action movie, but like from 3 on, there's a lot of action in them. Right. Well, from 2 on, but for the good ones from 3 on, there's a lot of action in them. Edge of Tomorrow is one of the best sci-fi action movies of the last 25 years. Like, I'll fight anyone on that. Like that, if I made a list of the best action movies or best science fiction films, best action movies maybe since 2000, that would be in the top 5 for me.
I'm gonna end the debate with these 3 movies. Number 1, Top Gun. Number 2, say what you will, dude. It is action through and through. Number 2, Top Gun Maverick. And number 3, Minority Report.
Minority Report is great. Under-heralded Spielberg movie. Which it's a really good movie. Him and Colin Farrell. It's great.
And this is for another time when we do GOAT actors overall.
He's in the conversation.
He is in the conversation for GOAT, greatest of all time actor, period. Hands down. He single-handedly brought movie theaters back after the pandemic.
He did. Yep. With
Top Gun Maverick. Because without Top Gun Maverick, we would not have Barbenheimer and we would not have movie theaters today. Just it's a thing. Like they were dead, and then Top Gun Maverick brought it back.
Yeah, people might view it as a hot take, but Tom Cruise is in the GOAT conversation. Yeah. He's in it. Like for this list, even he's in it. Like even though he's not known as well, people might think of him more as just a star. Like, you know, a lot of people call Tom Cruise like, or I've heard him described as like the last movie star. You know, that movie stars aren't really a thing anymore, but that like he is the last sort of true movie star.
And he's got range, man.
He does. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, he's not maybe known as an action guy because he's great, you know, A Few Good Men or like, I don't know, Tropic Thunder. I mean, if you want to talk range, that's not a serious movie, but that's range. Like
Vanilla Sky. Love that movie.
I've never seen it. I heard it was bad.
It's so good, man. No, it's good. But The Firm, like he has drama, he has comedy, he's got lots of action. I mean, he's got everything.
Oh, Collateral too.
Yeah, well,
Collateral.
Everybody's.
I love Collateral. He's great in that as the villain.
It's fine.
Oh, not your thing. Oh man.
No, it's fine.
That's the movie that movie that pushes him into S probably for me, or one of them.
Last Samurai. I mean, that's a good movie. When he's charging down that dude, that's shooting at him with a machine gun. Like,
although he gets overshadowed in that movie by Ken Watanabe. Sure, Ken Watanabe is better in that movie.
I agree,
but
I agree.
He's really good. I mean, Edge of Tomorrow, the Mission Impossible movies, and
Top Gun,
like he's S. I'm not. Top Gun is like, it's action, but that to me that's kind of a different thing. But like, sure.
Like what else would you call it? It's not a war movie.
No, I guess you have to, but like I'm thinking more action. Like,
no, I know what you're thinking.
I understand the argument.
Handguns and running around and stuff like that.
Yeah, running around, fighting, and like that's fine. S tier, that's okay. We're almost an hour in, and we still have like 20 people to go through. So like
Wesley Snipes, let's go. Let's motor here.
D tier. I'm sorry, I'm not giving him that much credit for. I'm not giving him that much credit for.
No, he's butt tier, bro.
because he is known as an action guy, so that's the thing.
But that's a problem because he really only had Blade and Demolition Man.
I was gonna say I kind of stand up for Demolition Man. I think that movie's like pretty fun.
But like, what else? He's got like, again, on vibes, Wesley Snipes is a butt tier.
Yeah, it's really just the Blade movies and Demolition Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's butt tier. I'm
all right.
I like JCVD.
Yes, here we go.
I mean, the vibes are great. The movies are not. So, like, what are you doing on that? Like, how many good movies does he have? Kickboxer is good. Bloodsport is good. That's a movie that exists.
It is a movie that exists. Nowhere to Run's not bad. Street Fighter, of course.
Legendary for how bad it is, and kind of like a schlocky like.
But that's the point, right? That's the
point. Universal Soldier, which again of its time, but like pretty. I don't know. I can't go above like a.
No,
for the movies, like I can't go above like a C.
No, he's a C tier. But if we put Steven Seagal as butt, we have to put Jean-Claude as a C tier. He is a better action star than Steven Seagal, but barely.
Seagal for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
But barely. Yeah. Donnie Yen, what do you think?
I mean, I've seen the Ip Man movies, and I know he's been in some other stuff. Like I think he was in a couple of the Fast movies, or Triple X, maybe it was. Mulan, yeah, shout out. He's done a lot. Like it's really leaning into the martial arts action stuff, obviously, and he's great at all of that.
Yes.
I don't. He was in Blade 2, really? Okay.
I feel bad. I feel bad rating him because I've only seen one of his movies, and it was Ip Man.
I've seen all of the Ip Man movies, I think, or at least 3 of them or something. Okay. We can choose not to rate him. For me, he'd probably be like C or B for this list, because I'm thinking of action in a sort of certain way that to me, these like the sort of Asian martial arts action stuff doesn't fit into as neatly as
action
maybe it should.
Yeah.
I mean, it should, like Ip Man, like, but the thing is, Ip Man, I don't even know, like it's a movie with a lot of action in it. Like I kind of feel like that's almost its own thing, though.
How many
maybe
explosions?
I'm splitting hairs. Not many, that I can recall.
And like that's
not that kind of action. It's like hand-to-hand martial arts. And he's great at that. He's awesome at it. He kicks butt at it. But
right. But when you think of action, you think of, like we just talked about with Tom Cruise, running around, handguns, explosions, that type of thing.
If that's what we're going to use for action, which I'm for, then I don't know. And we probably shouldn't rate him anyway, because I have seen the Ip Man movies, but like outside of that, I haven't seen a ton.
Yeah.
Okay. Keanu's S. Easily S.
Okay,
Keanu's in the GOAT conversation.
Is it because of Constantine and John Wick?
No,
47 Ronin's good.
Let's talk all-time action movies. The Matrix is an all-time action movie.
Do you consider The Matrix an action movie or a sci-fi movie?
It's an sci-fi action, and we counted Minority Report for Tom Cruise. That's sci-fi action.
Fair.
We counted Edge of Tomorrow for Tom Cruise. That's sci-fi action.
Fair. Okay.
The Matrix, Point Break is an all-time action movie.
You're not wrong.
Speed is an all-time action movie.
Fudge, I forgot about Speed.
And the John Wick movies are kicking butt, and like maybe your mileage varies on them, but like they're
all good in their action.
That's like every generation. That's like 3 generations of like genre-defining action movies. Like how many movies have ripped off Speed, Point Break, and The Matrix?
All of them.
Like every action movie since those movies have come out, basically. And John Wick. Like how many movies are ripping off John Wick now?
Yeah. I'm good with
Keanu's S. Like he's got some stinkers for sure, but like his, like if you want to take like what's their top 5, like his top 5 is like, and then that's not even counting Constantine, and Constantine's also great.
Yes, I'm good with it. You have won me over. I am seeing the error of my ways. It's when I see Keanu, I think of Cyberpunk, and I know that's bad. I'm a gamer, and
sure, he's good in that too, though.
Yeah, I mean, sort of. He's whatever.
He's doing his thing.
But like Keanu, to me, in the past 10 years or so, his image has shifted. But you're right. You go back to the Matrix years, and I guess John Wick, you're right. John Wick never pops to the top of my head for some reason, but it's like the quintessential.
Keanu will disappear. Like Keanu will have a movie. Like I don't remember. I think Speed is the first one of those, and then he'll have like nothing, and then he'll have Point Break, and you're like, okay, genre defining.
He's back.
And then nothing.
He'll go away, and then he'll have the Matrix.
And he has the Matrix, genre defining, like one of the most impactful movies of all time, maybe.
Yep.
Like, and then longer break because John Wick wasn't until 2014. I mean, there's the Matrix sequels, but the less said about them, the better. And then, but then again, Constantine is 2005, so I guess that's kind of in there. That's a bit of a mix of what that is, but there's a lot of action in it. Yeah. And then John Wick 2014, and that's been defining modern action in a lot of ways. So it's just like he has these kind of lulls where you kind of miss Keanu for a bit, and then he comes back with something that you're like, yeah, all right. So like you wouldn't think of it. And I was kind of the same way with him until I kind of really looked at his filmography. I'm like, his highlights are like the highest of the high, some of the highest of the high within the action genre. Yeah. So like, yeah, I think we got to give it to him. He's maybe not in the GOAT. He's maybe not going to, he's probably not going to be the GOAT, but like he's an S tier. He's an S tier action guy.
You have won me over.
Chuck Norris is butt tier. We're not quite there yet. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun on my hot take.
That's fine. We can put Chuck Norris in butt tier. I would agree.
Because the vibes are great. The movies are not. Like this is another like.
This is the same.
It's a meme. It's Seagal. Built off the meme.
Yeah.
I would put him above Seagal in the sense of like I think he can do more in his movies. I don't know if they're better, but like Delta Force is fun. But he embraced the meme. Steven Seagal didn't, and like Steven Seagal thinks of himself, I think, very highly, and that's the impression I've got from him.
Yeah,
like because in every movie he's in, he's the man. He's the best there's ever been. He's like the retired, special forces. Like he's done everything. He's got every specialty. And Chuck Norris maybe did that in some of his movies too. But like Chuck Norris just seems like a decent guy who also embraced the Chuck Norris memes. And even though that has nothing to do with the movies themselves, it's kind of elevated him. But so he's like the top of butt tier action, unless there's some great action movie of his I'm not thinking of.
No, there's not. That's fine.
Then yeah, I just jumped over Jet Li. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
Jet Li to me has more of a career in Hollywood, certainly though, as an action guy. So like I kind of. Like he has the martial arts, stuff like Hero, which I saw in his movie. I didn't really understand all that well.
Mark of the Dragon.
But he has like Unchained, which is like a pretty good action movie. He's obviously in the Expendables movies, which is almost a little weird that he's in those. But like, he's not like A tier or anything. But I think there's an argument for like B or C. Like we could at least like kind of rank Jet Li compared to somebody like.
Romeo Must Die was not bad. Expendables 3, sure. League of Gods, Fearless. I mean, I would put him as a B tier action star, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
He transcends the Hong Kong action scene into Hollywood. He made that jump, and that's tough.
He broke more into Hollywood. Yeah,
yeah, that's tough. Where we've got a couple of dudes here where they weren't able to break through, and that's fine.
And Donnie Yen has been in some Western action stuff, but like he's not been the guy in any of it.
No.
Whereas Jet Li's been the guy in like some Western, and I mean that's just the lens we're looking at it through. So if anyone watching this is a big Chinese like or Hong Kong martial arts film person, like
tell us how we're wrong.
I don't think of Clint Eastwood as an action star. Is that just me? Like he's a Western star, and to me, like there's action in Westerns, and he's done a lot of other stuff like. He hasn't made. I mean, his last Western. I mean, the dude just is going to make movies forever. So, like, he's going to outlive me. Like, I don't think of him as an action star.
I don't either. And I think of him now more as the director than the actor. And so, if I'm going off vibes, he's probably a C tier action star.
As an action star, like I love Clint Eastwood. To be very clear, I grew up on Clint Eastwood. Yes. If this was an certainly all-time favorites. He's in contention for my all-time favorite actor of all time. I love Clint Eastwood. So like, this is no disrespect to him whatsoever. I grew up on the Fistful of Dollars and the spaghetti westerns. Like, but I just don't view him as an action star. And even if you look at like even the Dirty Harry movies, like, yeah, there's some action in them, but that's like 70s action where it's like, I don't know, he just pulls out a big revolver and like shoots people. Like I like, yes, it's action, but like I don't know. Maybe I'm splitting hairs in a sort of weird way here, but like I just don't view him like his movies have some action in them, but I feel like that's rarely the point, like, or that's rarely the focus. You know, and then it's certainly with his westerns, like Unforgiven's not an action movie.
Nope,
like
it's
that,
not.
like there's some action in it, but you're not even supposed to like the action in that movie.
Nope.
Like it's supposed to feel bad.
Yep.
Like In the Line of Fire, like what's his most actiony action movie?
Gran Torino, when he chases that kid off of his lawn with a baseball bat.
And that movie kind of subverts what you expect to happen in an action movie in terms of what actually happens.
Right.
Like it. So I don't view him as an action star. So as an action star, yeah, C maybe.
Yeah. Invictus. I forgot he was in Invictus. We go to Sigourney Weaver. Jackie Chan. Oh boy.
So this whole list was generated actually from there, because there's a series on YouTube called Goat Talk, and I forget who it was. It was John Cena and someone else talking, and the question was GOAT action star, and John Cena said
Jackie Chan.
And my initial reaction to that was like, nah, but like,
I mean,
there's an argument. I mean, based on how we've set it up, focusing more on Western action rather than, and he obviously has a large, you know, he's been in Western action stuff for a long time, but obviously he has a significant chunk of his career that's in the Chinese film industry.
Right.
But like, he's not my top one. But like, I understand the argument for him being in the conversation. You know what I mean? Like,
I could see him
Rumble in the Bronx.
I could see him as A or B.
I think A. I think he's done enough. I think he's been a drunken master. Yeah, I think he's been around long enough. He's done enough.
I mean, even Rush Hour.
They're fun, like comedy action stuff. Like, I think there's enough to put him in A, and I understand the argument. If someone said he's their number one, I get it. Like I can see how someone would come to that conclusion.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine putting him in A tier. Absolutely, right next to The Rock. How do you feel about Sigourney Weaver as an action star?
Sigourney Weaver and Linda Hamilton. It's all how much credit are you giving like one or two movies, right? Unless there's something that Sigourney's like, it's Aliens, right?
It's Aliens.
It's just Aliens, and Aliens is one of the greatest sci-fi action movies ever. So like, I'm not saying just Aliens as in that's like not a ton, but like, it's interesting how these two are considered like action stars from like one or two movies, and because like she was in Avatar, but it's not an Alien. That's not like, I'm not counting that as an action movie. Like
no.
It's Aliens, because Alien 1 is not an action movie, and Alien 3 kind of is, but it's pretty bad. So like, Aliens is the one like S tier sci-fi action. She's awesome in it, you know, iconic lines. She's great. It's an awesome movie.
Yes.
But so how much credit are you giving one movie?
So the vibes for Sigourney are C.
Yeah, I think they have to be. Like, Aliens is great, and she absolutely kicks butt in it, but like, it's one movie. And so unless there's something else that I am not thinking of.
The vibes for Linda Hamilton would probably be B, though, because she was in 3 of the Terminator movies.
Well, they keep bringing her back because she's been in all the newest ones.
That's true.
The ones that are like not great.
But
apparently the newest one was okay, but she was in the first 2. Yeah. She was in both of them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the first one, she's kind of, the first one is more of a horror movie and less of an action movie. The second one is again, one of the action movies of all time. Like one of the top action movies of all time.
Yes.
Like, genuinely.
To me, she was also in Dante's Peak, which is an action movie.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it is. It's a survival. Yeah. Shout out. Dante's Peak or Volcano, which is your one?
I like Dante's Peak, man.
I've always been more of a Volcano guy, but I get it.
That's fine. It is what it is. Dante's Peak just felt.
I like Tommy Lee Jones in positions of authority, just yelling at people.
Stinky Tommy.
I do. Hey, man. Put Tommy Lee Jones in charge of something and have him yell at some people in a movie.
Yeah, man.
You got
absolutely.
Me. You got me.
It's just Tommy Lee being Tommy Lee. That's all it is.
Sigourney Weaver's also in. She's in the Ghostbusters movies. I don't know how much credit you're going to give her for those.
Come on. That's.
So Linda Hamilton, we're giving her a B. That's fair. I think this is fair based on the limited number of things that they've done.
Again, I'm the vibes guy. These are the vibes right now for me.
And the vibes of the movies that are good. I mean, T2 and Aliens are great, but like when that's kind of it. So Kurt Russell's an interesting one because I really only think of, like, in terms of action, I'm only thinking of Escape from
LA,
New York,
or Escape from New York.
I don't even know if I've seen Escape from LA. I mean, he did both, but I think I've only seen Escape from. Oh, The Thing. Ooh, The Thing is really good.
It is.
Is The Thing an action movie though? Big Trouble in Little China, which is a crazy action movie, but it is fun. Ooh, Stargate.
Oh, yeah. Stargate, yeah.
I like Stargate.
I do too.
I think that movie's fun.
Yeah.
Executive Decision, and we mentioned that one earlier with Seagal as not being the guy because Kurt Russell is the guy in it.
Right. Okay.
Soldier, which I think is kind of an okay sci-fi action premise.
Deepwater Horizon. Backdraft. Oh, buddy.
Oh, Backdraft, the firefighter movie. Yeah.
Yeah. That movie is rough. Have you seen that movie lately?
No.
Oh, dude, that movie is rough to watch. Like, in a good way, rough. Yeah, there's some stuff that happens in that movie.
Deepwater Horizon. That's a good. I liked Deepwater Horizon a lot. I'm not counting it as an act.
It's another survival one.
It's a survival, yeah.
Dude, Big Trouble in Little China sells it for me. I'm here.
Trouble in Little China is fun. The Thing is Ooh.
Based on Big Trouble in Little China, based on Executive Decision, based on Backdraft, and based on Escape from New York.
Sure.
It's the eye patch, bro. Like, he is iconic for that.
He's iconic in the movie. You can't. There's no denying it. There's no denying. Snake Plissken. He absolutely kills it. So, I can't. Yeah, I'm not mad about it, but it seems high for him.
I mean, just because he's done a bunch of crap after that.
He's done a lot of rough. The Thing is is an excellent movie.
Yes,
agreed. Anyone who is watching this that hasn't seen The Thing, watch The Thing. It's so good.
Dude, 1982.
It's not really an action movie. Kind of. There's a little bit of action in it. It's mostly like a survival horror movie, but it's so good. It holds up, and I do not say it holds up lightly. No. I'm usually someone who says things don't hold up. The Thing holds up.
Yes.
The practical effects in that movie hold up extraordinarily well.
Mm-hmm.
It's some of the best like monster practical effects stuff you'll ever see.
Yeah,
it's so well done. Anyway, okay, sure. I'm not mad about it. He's iconic, so that's fine.
We're on Statham. The
king of B tier action, modern B tier action. One of them, right? I mean, we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, we were. Beekeeper.
What is Jason Statham's best action movie? So not Snatch, because I know he's in that, and that's probably his best movie. No, I know, that's what I mean. Like, so what's his best action movie that he's
one of the fast Expendables?
One of the fast movies, yeah.
Expendables. Crank. He's good in Crank.
Oh, I forgot about Crank. Yeah, those movies are certainly unique.
They are movies. Collateral.
I mean, I remember liking it at the time. I think my mileage would not be so great for it now if I went back to watch Crank, and that's an action movie. Yeah. Also, shout out Chester Bennington, who's who's in the first Crank as a
rest in power
sort of small performance. Shout out Chester,
dude. The Transporter.
The Transporter movies were good. The first one especially is a really good movie, actually. Yeah. Really good action movie.
Yeah.
I was giving him credit because I like Jason Statham a lot, even though he has zero range and plays like some version of the same guy. No offense to him, but he doesn't have a ton of range. He plays the same character or some version of the same character in every movie. And kudos to him for recognizing it. I saw Homefront. I remember that one. Yeah.
Homefront.
He's like a dad in that, so it's a little different, but it's like the same thing. The Mechanic, which I heard was pretty good. The first one I heard was pretty good.
Yeah. He might be an A, dude. He might be A.
The Italian Job. I forgot he was in that.
Because of the fast movies? Because
The fast, because transporter.
When you think of Jason Statham, what do you think of? Like, let's go on vibes. Do you think of funny dude, or do you think of like he's gonna, like Liam Neeson, he's gonna run around and punch you in the face?
I think of action. I think, yeah. I mean, when I think of him, I think of like a modern day action star.
Yeah,
because there aren't that many.
Right.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I like Jason Statham.
He's not GOAT, definitely, but he's definitely
he's not. He's not in that conversation.
No,
but there's an absolute. I have a demand for, and I think other people do as well, for the stuff he does, which is like consistent. It's never going to really blow you away, but like it's fun. Kind of just we're chilling and we're watching an action movie. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm with it. Who's next? Bruce Lee?
Bruce Lee. This is tough because
it's tough because he didn't make that many movies.
No.
And
Dragon wasn't even.
Zeph had Bruce Lee, I think, as her number one.
I mean, is that on vibes?
I assume so. Again, it's sort of. I have seen a couple of his movies, but he didn't make that many movies. And again, it's really the martial arts action thing, which we've kind of separated out. So like for the purposes of this list, I feel like he just doesn't really fit at all.
Agreed. And I don't know that we can rate him because this seems super racist, and we're not being racist. Like anybody watching this, please understand, we're not being racist at all. It's just our definition of action is handguns, explosions, running around.
And Chow Yun-fat does fit that. Like, I know the Hard-Boiled movies and some of those other movies do fit in it. I just haven't seen them.
Right.
And like, but the Donnie Yen, Bruce Lee stuff, like, not stuff, but like the martial arts, Hong Kong or Chinese action stuff, just we've kind of put more separate. And Bruce Lee did make movies in the West. I know that. True. But like, he just didn't do that many movies. He died very young. And like, I just feel like there's not enough. He's iconic, but like I just don't know if there's enough for the purposes of this list for the way we're looking at action to put him that high.
Yeah.
So I think it's better we just leave it off. I mean, we have Jet Li. Like it's not a matter of race; it's just a matter of like style of movies that they were in. Like Jackie Chan and Jet Li crossed over and did a lot more stuff in the action space that these guys just didn't do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, agreed. Bruce Willis. Here we go. We're into it. Final three here.
I mean these are the big names. It's Die Hard, right? I mean he's done a ton of schlock.
Hold on, let's Death Wish.
That was bad. That's late. Like all the late Willis stuff is bad, and it's also sad now because we know that
now it is
because like for a while it was just like, oh, he's just making a bunch of terrible movies, but then it came out he's like, you know, he was suffering from all this stuff, and it sounded like he was basically being used to just like pump out a bunch of garbage because of some contracts and stuff. So it's like Die Hard. It's like The Last Boy Scout.
Fifth Element.
I forgot about the Fifth Element. Fifth Element's great. Sci-fi action. That's a banger. I love
Sin
that
City.
movie. Sin City's good. Yeah. 12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys.
Which has some action in it. I know isn't maybe totally action. Oh, Armageddon. My wife and I should have remembered. We were literally just started watching Armageddon yesterday because we were on a bit of a sci-fi kick, and Armageddon is sort of loosely sci-fi, but
it's not a bad movie.
It's fun. It's fine. It's like whatever. It's a fun movie.
Tears of the Sun.
The Siege was pretty good. The Sixth Sense. Well, that's not action.
The Jackal.
The whole 9 yards, which is light action. The Jackal's good. Yeah, I remember liking that one. Tears of the Sun. That's like more of a war movie, but yeah.
I don't know, dude. He's probably a C tier.
Red. Red. Oh, I was gonna say he's probably like an A tier. The thing is like how much are you? I think so. Like his credit. Like Die Hard is iconic. Like we said with Keanu, like for a while everything was just Die Hard somewhere else. Like Speed is Die Hard on a bus, but like
you're not wrong. Yeah.
So like everything for a long time was just Die Hard on insert other thing other than a skyscraper. Like Looper's really good. No. I mean, he's not the lead of that, but he's a big part of it. I think there's enough to keep him in A because he's got some bangers. Like Red is great, Looper is great.
That's fine.
And I'm not as inclined to hold the later career stuff against him because of the situation.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with it. What about Sly?
I mean, Sly and Arnold are in the GOAT conversation, so like
They have to be.
They have to be. So
I'm just going to put them both at S, and then we can figure out where.
Yeah, to me they're both S, and it's just a question of who's going to be our S between the four guys we have. Who's going to be our GOAT between the four guys we have in S tier?
Okay, so let's do Sly first, and then we can walk through Arnold. Sly's obviously got all the Rocky movies. He's got
Rocky movies, Rambo movies, Rambo.
He's got Judge Dredd. I mean, it is. Got Cliffhanger.
I love the 2012 Judge Dredd so much that the old Judge Dredd is like, to me, more of a knock on someone than it is like a credit for them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, so Cobra, which I've actually never seen, but I understand is like...
It's fine.
Tango and Cash with Kurt Russell, sure. Demolition Man, which we had already mentioned. Cliffhanger, which is fun. John Lithgow was a villain. Assassins, I remember that one. Copland, which is...
That's fine.
There's some action in that, and he's good in that. He's really good in that movie. But
yeah.
The thing is, like, again, he's got some high highs, and I think he's iconic as an action. If you actually go through the filmography, the general quality of the movies is probably not that good.
Yeah, it's Rambo that pushed him. Rambo and Rocky pushed him there.
Yeah, and Rambo...
And to be fair, like Rambo and then Rambo First Blood, I think are fine action movies. They're not great movies. They're fine action movies. I think Rocky is a good movie.
First Blood and Rambo 2. I forget what the second one. I forget what the second one is called.
Yeah,
what the subtitle is. But those are both great movies in very different ways. Because Rambo 1 is barely an action movie. It's like
it's a stealth.
It's
movie.
It's a movie about people coming back from Vietnam. It's more like a political commentary than it is like an action movie.
Right.
There's a little bit of action in it, but like Rambo 2 is when it became like they immediately went from that like serious contemplative what happens to soldiers in war movie to like we're just doing an 80s action movie in the second one.
Right.
And to me that's like peak 80s action movie.
Yes.
Rambo 2.
Yes.
So and then even some of the new ones have been kind of fun, like the Rambo, the fourth one where he goes to like Myanmar and to rescue the missionaries there. Yeah. Like even that one is pretty fun.
Yeah, that was the 2000.
I don't know. It's just tough. It's hard to say because it's all like how iconic it is, and he's iconic as an action star. But like a lot of the movies are bad. So like, how much are you knocking him for that? It's crazy that I'm almost considering like Keanu or Tom Cruise above him.
Okay, don't stop, because we need to do Arnold.
Because just I think that like some of the highs I think are higher, even though they're not really known as action guys.
I mean, he literally has a movie called Last Action Hero, and Predator, and Terminator, all of the Terminator movies except for T1. But yeah, Commando. T1. Oh, Commando is like a. Total Recall.
Yeah, Total Recall is good, and it's good action. That's a genuinely good movie and is a good action movie. On top of it, Terminator isn't really. Yeah, Commando is fun.
Like Conan the Barbarian, dude.
Sure, early. Running Man is fun.
Running Man.
Shout out to what's his name? They're redoing that. Although it sounds like they've really changed it.
True Lies.
Red Heat, True Lies. Yeah, I mean, I think it's. Yeah, Arnold's Eraser, I think I rewatched that not that long ago. That movie's like okay. That movie's like pretty fun.
That freaking railgun, I want one of those.
That thing was cool. And then once you get into the later stuff, it gets pretty rough.
Yeah, it's fine.
Collateral Damage, 2002 is okay.
Man, he got old.
Yeah,
it happens.
Yeah, he got old. I think it's definitely not Stallone.
No.
Between the two, it's Arnold. As probably a pure action guy, I think it's probably Arnold. I mean, yes. That's a bit of a boring choice, but like, I think it is. Although, like, I will say, I think there's an argument for Cruise or Keanu. Honestly,
this is the hot take. I think Tom Cruise is the GOAT. Longevity of career, range as an actor, but also range in his action.
Yeah, a lot of different action stuff.
Yeah, like John Wick is kind of one note. I hate to say it. John Wick is kind of one note. The
but
Matrix.
And Keanu's not of the same quality of actor as Tom Cruise. No. I like Keanu; he's great, but like he's another actor who like kind of knows his thing and he sticks in his like, he doesn't try to do a bunch of different emotional acting and whatever. Like he just does his thing. Right,
and he's happy-go-lucky. Tom Cruise has the range. He's got, but even like Tropic Thunder, I know it was kind of a comedy. There's a little bit of action in it, but like, think about Tropic Thunder and Top Gun Maverick, and then even Days of Thunder. Like that's an action movie ish. I mean, it's a sports movie, but it's an action movie. He's. I think and the longevity and the top end is. I think the top end of Tom Cruise is better than the top end of Arnold.
Yeah, I mean, it's very different. The top end of Arnold is schlocky. Like, it's fun action stuff, but it's like schlocky. Like,
sure.
What is Arnold's best action movie? As like, this is a good film, not it's a good action movie.
True Lies.
Yeah, probably True Lies.
Or Terminator 2.
Terminator 2. Yeah, sorry. That's right. That's obvious. It's Terminator 2. Yeah, I should.
But I would put Terminator 2 up against any one of the Mission Impossibles.
Oh, I don't know. Terminator 2 is pretty iconic, even though I'm not as big on it because I don't like the kid in it. But I'm sorry, I don't. But like,
no, it's fine.
Cruise has been relevant for so long. He's done so many great action movies over such a long period of time. Like, again, the hit rate on the Mission, I've heard the newest Mission Impossible isn't great, which is unfortunate. But like
the ones before that were good.
Like pretty much all the ones before that were, again, the worst one is a really fun over the top John Woo movie.
Yep.
And like, that's pretty good, man. Like,
and the fact he's doing his own stunts in this, like the legend and the lore of Tom Cruise breaking his ankle because he was jumping off a building to go do a thing. Yeah. Like,
I've seen the clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and that is, I'm
not mad about it. It's not the conventional choice, but I'm not mad about Cruise being the guy.
We are anything but conventional here at the round table.
Like longevity of career, diversity of action, like different types of action. Because Arnold's action all falls in the same stuff. Mm-hmm. Like it's like T2 is not the same as True Lies, but like it's all kind of in a similar vein.
Yeah.
In terms of what you're getting. Last Action Hero is kind of a fun meta thing, but like Tom Cruise, it's different vibes. Like Edge of Tomorrow is nothing like War of the Worlds, is nothing like Minority Report, even though those are all like sci-fi action movies. They're all very different. Mm-hmm. And then all the Mission Impossible movies are different. Yeah, I'm not mad about it.
Okay.
Tom Cruise is the GOAT.
Wow. I'm surprised we didn't have more argument on that. I was gearing up for.
Keanu was my guy. So, like, I think Keanu's underrepresented in action tier list. I got him an S. I'm not mad about anything else.
Well, do you agree with this ranking then? Tom Cruise and then Arnold, Keanu, Sly.
That's fine. Yeah, I think that's good.
Okay.
That's good. I think Keanu's bangers would put him above Sly. I think I like Sylvester Stallone a lot, and I like the Rambo movies, and apparently he's not the greatest guy, but he's I like him on screen.
What do you mean?
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. But because Keanu is like the nicest human being seemingly in Hollywood, or maybe
Arnold was the governor. Arnold was literally a governor of a state for 6 years.
And Arnold is likable because Arnold is also willing to talk about things that he like screwed up or didn't do. Like he's much more introspective, whereas Sly is not at all.
No, not at all.
So like you're sort of willing to go more with Arnold, and his like persona is just much more likable.
Yeah.
Anyway, so is there anything we need to go back and sort of reevaluate or move or shift? I know we've been at this a while already.
Yeah,
so like
I'm tired of looking at these faces. Honestly, no. We could move Linda Hamilton down a little bit, but we could probably move Jean-Claude Van Damme down a little bit. But I think this list looks fine.
I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it. Is there anyone, quickly, I know we got to go, but is there anyone that wasn't on this list do you think should have been?
Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson was the one I was thinking that maybe should have been. And his is funny because it's all late career.
Yes.
Like he was not an action guy when he was younger. It's all Taken and then onward.
Yeah.
And like Taken's a good movie. Like
That's fine.
For an action, it's good. Like it's not, it's not like award winning or anything, but like as far as stripped down action movies go, it's good. And like some of his other ones are honestly fine. Like Cold Pursuit is such a weird, dark comedy action movie. Like, have you seen Cold Pursuit?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Watch
That movie is like, that movie's like pretty good. Like that's a really kind of interesting, sort of fun, oddly toned, dark comedy, black comedy. The Gray was like pretty good. The A-Team, like I will go to bat for that movie being pretty, like really fun.
Yeah.
Again, really fun movie. Yeah, and then you're getting it like the Marksman's like he's fighting cartels. It's fine. And like the returns on the Taken series were not at all there. Like the first one is good and the second and third one are like, so like he's probably C tier. Yes. Maybe I don't know if he'd be butt tier. He's probably C tier, but he's got some bangers. Yeah. And like he's got like, and it's interesting to see a guy not become an action star until he's like 50 or later.
Yeah, he was an actor first. Schindler's List.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Schindler's List. Yeah, Schindler's List. Rob Roy. He was like an serious actor guy.
Yeah, and then he said, "I'm going to do Star Wars," and oh, by the way, I'm just going to make a lot of money now. Like I'm just going to do just whatever.
Yeah, and then I think he's said he's kind of mostly retired now, which is fair because he's like pushing 70 and he just doesn't want to do it anymore. So fair enough. But so I don't know. Was there anyone else? He was the guy I thought of. I mean, there's like. I saw because there was another list I was looking at that had like Charlize on it, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't know if she's done enough, but like Mad Max Fury Road alone gets you a lot of credit in my book because that is like in terms of modern action movies, that's up there.
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, I think again, Gerard Butler we talked about yesterday is sort of another like Jason Statham. His late career stuff has just been like he just makes a lot of B tier action movies, like fun kind of B tier action stuff.
Yep.
Because I kind of wanted more female representation, so I was trying to think of like what other female action stars there were, but like I just couldn't. Like those are the two. Like Zoe Saldana is a fun one because she's like in every sci-fi franchise, but I just like I wouldn't count the MCU, and I'm not gonna count like those new Star Trek movies are kind of action movies, but like I'm not, so it just doesn't fit. Scarlett's it's all MCU stuff. I'm not counting Scarlett because
Jurassic World.
Yeah, that's right. She's in the newest one, which is getting great reviews.
Did you know that Scarlett Johansson is now the top grossing actor at the box office? She's made of all time. Her movies have made.
Female or just actor?
Total. Top grossing. It
has to just be based on the Marvel stuff, but I assumed Robert Downey Jr. would have made a lot more from her than...
Scarlett just passed $14 billion, almost $15 billion at the box office.
Not in terms of her personal, how much she's made, how much the movies she's been in have made.
Correct, yes.
I wonder how she got past Downey as it being in the Jurassic World. That's interesting. Yeah, Samuel Jackson makes sense because he's been in 700 movies. So like Samuel Jackson got there honestly.
Hold on.
Although I guess
Sammy
he's also
is 66 versus 65 for Robert Downey Jr.
Is that it? Only 60. I mean, I know it's a lot of movies, but I like it just feels like Samuel Jackson's been in everything, like everything.
Yeah.
Scarlett, I wonder what is pushing her over the edge.
I don't know.
Above those guys. That's interesting.
I don't know. But the it's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Zoe
of the
Saldana
top
was like 4 or whatever.
Eight of the top 10 here are Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, well, of course. It's all that. Unless you were in like Avatar 2, which made more, then like that's going to be your number one, right?
And Zoe was in Avatar, so there you go.
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic, but I was trying to just think of like, because I saw that list had Charlize, which I thought was an interesting choice, even though it's basically just Mad Max, I think, and Atomic Blonde, and then like the Old Guard on Netflix or whatever, which is not very good from my understanding. But like Mad Max Fury Road is one of my favorite movies of the last. I guess that movie's 10 years old now. That's crazy. Of the last like decade.
Yeah.
And Atomic Blonde was also like for like an action spy movie. It was like. The action in it was great. The movie itself was fine, but like the action was really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've been talking long enough.
We have. We got to wrap up.
Tom Cruise can go.
Good job, Tom Cruise.
Go fight us in the comments if you disagree.
Yeah, please. Wow, we've been doing this for almost an hour and a half. We were going to record another episode today. I don't think we're going to record another
Not
episode
today.
of Templar. Nope, we will have to postpone that. This is like 6 episodes worth of content. Thank you for joining us. If you stayed tuned, if you stayed through, you'll be able to click all of the bookmarks to kind of skip around in the bottom to where you want to go. But for Templar 10 over there, I'm Chino Mage. We'll see you next time. We love you. Goodbye.
See you.